Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and I'm a fan of wedding planning. So in case you have in mind to plan a wedding, please subscribe to this channel. In this video today I want to share with you some entertainment ideas that you can use during your wedding day, because it's such an important thing to entertain both the guests and yourself. So these unique ideas that I'm gonna share today are the ones I selected and personally used during my own wedding. My aim was to create, a pleasant and interesting atmosphere for everyone during our wedding, but at the same time also to use these entertainment options to allow guests to get to know the bride and the groom better, so to get to know us as a couple better. I think it's also important to provide the opportunity to connect guests with each other, so that they use this possibility also maybe to make new friends. The first entertainment idea that you might want to include into your wedding day is interactive guest video messages. So we set up a video station with our videographer where guests could leave heartfelt messages, like funny anecdotes or warm wishes for us. These messages were later compiled into a memorable video, into the video film that we got in the end. To make it easier for the guests, we also distributed some questions in advance, asking them to think about their answers and be ready to be filmed during our wedding day. Because this way guests had a chance to reflect on what they wanted to say, and they felt more comfortable in front of the camera, because sometimes it could be scary. So here are a few examples I want to share with you, like the questions we used. What is love to you? What do you appreciate the most in the bride and groom? Why do you think they fell in love, and why do you believe they are a perfect match? What does a wedding mean to you? How did their love story begin? So think about these examples, and maybe you could use and copy them in case you want to incorporate something similar. Another wonderful idea, in my opinion, of course, we had was signing a bottle of wine. I already mentioned it in my previous videos that we placed a beautiful wine bottle at the entrance of our wedding venue and asked our guests to sign it. And as I also shared already with you, we opened this bottle of wine on our 5th wedding anniversary. And I should say, this personalized keepsake not only held our favorite wine for all those years, but also carried the love and blessing from our dear friends and family. This is, in my opinion, as I said, something very special, and maybe you could also steal this idea and incorporate it into your wedding day. To add some fun and excitement, we organized a wedding trivia game. So we prepared a set of questions about our relationship and history as a couple. So guests formed teams which coincided with the wedding tables, and they competed to answer questions about us. So I thought it's also a cool idea if I share with you some examples of the questions we asked. So, providing you some food for thoughts in case you want to do something similar. So, where was the first date? Which football club is the groom a fan of? How many languages can the bride speak? How many years ago was our first date? Who was the first among the groom's family members to get to know the bride? What you could also do, you could also provide 4 answers to choose from with only one correct answer among them. And maybe include some additional funny options, for guests to consider. Please let me know in the comments if this is something you would like to include in your wedding day, in your wedding entertainment program. And if so, if you are interested, I could actually prepare a file with questions for you to choose from, serving as an inspiration for your wedding day. Anyway, this game was really like a huge hit, and it not only brought out laughter, but also allowed our guests to learn more about us and our journey together. Because I'm sure the best entertainment during your wedding day is something connected to you as a couple, to your guests. So you know that it's not like random questions, but it's rather you use this opportunity to educate guests a little bit more about you, your family, and also to learn more about your guests. For all the cocktail enthusiasts out there, we had a blast with our DIY cocktail bar, because we set up a station with various mixers, garnishes and spirits, allowing our guests to get creative and craft their personal drinks. So during the wedding party, we turned it into a fun competition among our friends. 3 friends of mine had limited time to prepare a cocktail, and another friend was selected to taste all these 3 cocktails and choose the winner based on the cocktail he liked the most. Before our wedding celebration day, we went on a trip around the world. We wanted to incorporate this special experience into the wedding as well. So we placed maps and pencils on each table, inviting our guests, to share their thoughts on how our exact journey took place. You could modify actually this idea in case you didn't go or you are not planning to go on the trip around the world, and use a similar approach, asking your guests to share their travel dreams and bucket list destinations. I'm sure it will spark interesting conversations and add a touch of wanderlust to the celebration, because we all love talking about traveling, and this is something special and interesting. I think you can take up as an idea and use for your wedding day as well. Organize a museum for the guests. Include items important for your love story and add some notes or descriptions near each item to provide context. For example, for our wedding, we decided to showcase a museum of our memories featuring items that held significance in our relationship. So some of the items we included, which might inspire you as well to do something similar, was the following. Handmade presents we exchanged over the years, such as a heart-shaped wooden board and a tray with pictures, each representing a month in our love story. Then we had also pictures books from our university days that brought back nostalgic memories, travel tickets to special places we visited together, like the volcano on Hawaii Islands, Golden Gate, ferry ticket, or tickets for the Singapore subway. So this unique museum, was like really a unique one, allowed our guests to delve into the beautiful journey of our love story, and it created a lovely ambience, filled with cherished memories. One more entertainment idea that I should definitely share with you right from the start is actually how you can introduce your guests to each other. What we did was write a few special words in advance about each family or individual friends we invited. And then we asked our moderator to welcome each guest during the wedding day out loud with these special words. Or, share some small stories about them. This way, every person felt cherished, received a round of applause, and it helped everyone to better connect with one another. Just imagine really the joy on your guest's face or your friend's face about them when you cherish them in front of everyone. It really adds a personal touch to the celebration, I should say, and creates a warm, welcoming atmosphere. So this interactive introduction is a fantastic icebreaker, and it truly made our wedding even more memorable. So I would highly recommend you to do it. But yes, here you have to spend some time and think about every guest you invite, and maybe why you invited each person, and what is so special about your relationship or friendship that connects you to this person. I think you should consider, something funny, or maybe remember some interesting stories you could share with everyone throughout the evening. And actually, this approach could even help you create your unique wedding guest list. I know it is sometimes difficult to decide who to invite, so you can use this approach to make it a bit easier Because if there is nothing that really connects you with a person, maybe it's not worth it to invite him or her. What do you think? And remember, the key to making your wedding day special is to tailor these ideas to match your interests and preferences. Whether it's incorporating hobbies, games, or interactive elements, let your personality shine through to create an unforgettable experience for everyone involved. If you're interested in trivia questions we used or want more information about any of this idea, please leave a comment below. I really need your feedback and I'll be happy to help. And for now, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you soon and happy planning!